Just after the Clone Wars, the Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi arrived on the planet Alderaan with his former students, wife and twins. Obi-Wan took the male twin to Tatooine, and the Viceroy and first chairman of Alderaan, Leia Organa, agreed to hide Anakin's wife and daughter. Their daughter, Leia, would grow up to be a great leader and eventually a Jedi. She was adopted by Bail's family and lived in the royal house in the capital city of Aldera, a peaceful place where weapons and violence were banned. Leia had very few memories of her mother and spent most of her time with her aunts and her friend Winter. Winter was so beautiful that many people mistook her for the princess. Watching her father serve as a senator in the Old Republic, Leia would learn the principles of justice and honor, and she would soon become the youngest senator in the galaxy. Bail had secretly been working with the rebel leaders Mon Mothma and Garm Bel Iblis to thwart the Emperor's plans. At the same time, Leia was constantly challenging the Emperor's new policies. Her father objected, but she used her influence to aid the growing rebellion, sending money and supplies to rebel planets. On a mission to the planet Reltier, Darth Vader almost caught Leia with a rebel spy. The spy told her about a terrifying new weapon that the Empire was building, the Death Star. Later, Leia and her father would attempt to find out more information about the weapon from Lord Tian. At a private dinner, Leia told Lord Tian that she knew about the Death Star. He was outraged and threatened to kill Leia with a blaster. A fight ensued, and Lord Tian was accidentally killed. Rebel spies were able to steal the Death Star plans from the planet Top Roller, and Leia rushed to bring the plans to the rebellion aboard the blockade runner, but the Empire was tracking her. Darth Vader, aboard the Star Destroyer Devastator, followed Leia's ship and began firing on it above the planet Tatooine. I can only imagine how excited you are to open this one, as it's Princess Leia, your absolute favourite character. So the princess comes in her white Star Wars outfit, and you can remove her cape and her skirt. They're made of plastic and have a bit of a windswept look to them. She also has her famous hairstyle, which looks good enough. However, I'm afraid I'm not really a big fan of this figure. She seems really thin and flimsy, but really muscly at the same time in a way that I can't really describe. It makes her look a bit strange, especially without her cape. She also has a strange look on her face and doesn't look like the beautiful princess at all, really. I've heard that some people have called this figure monkey face. She does come with new weapons. The blaster she used on board the blockade runner, and I think she used it in Return of the Jedi too at the shield bunker, and a blast rifle looks a little bit like Boba Fett's, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. As well as not looking quite right, she doesn't really hold either the weapon very well either. She can't hold both at the same time, not properly anyway. I've been seeing a lot of Star Wars things in the shops recently, and I found this badge in the shop. I looked for a Leia one, but I couldn't find any, so it'll come with the figure too. See you soon. Love you lots. Bye. I probably should ask. I think the old Princess Leia looks much more like a beautiful princess than this one, but what do you think? Do you like this one more or less than the old one?